Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It is 8 o'clock Central on Friday, April 3rd. There's no place I'd rather be than right here with you right now to go through this very important topic. As you know, or should know, we do trainings, Zoom trainings, using the same link, quite frankly, most Mondays through Fridays. And Mondays and Wednesdays are for our BFLAs. Tuesdays and Thursdays for our branch managers. Friday happens to be my favorite one, which is today, is for our affiliates. The affiliate role, short for small business affiliate, SBA for an acronym. Our affiliates is probably the most important role in our model. And we're going to talk in depth. We're going to peel the layers back pretty deep here and make sure that we're all really clear on how to be successful as an affiliate, how to get paid, how the model works. So let's go ahead and get started. So I apologize, this is a little bit of a busy spreadsheet, but we're going to look at it one chunk at a time. I used to be a high school teacher, so they taught me how to do chunking, a verb I didn't know existed. So we're going to chunk this as we go through it in bite-sized pieces. So we're going to start up here in the top left-hand corner. Now, I'll mention that we used to, and we'll continue in the future, to have full day training, certification trainings here in our office. We have the whiteboard, and we have the monitor and the laptop, and we've done a lot of this in person, but right now, of course, because of the travel restrictions and the gathering restrictions, more and more of our training needs to be virtually, at least in the short term. The benefit for you all is this is actually the last segment that needed to be addressed so we could replace or have the entire contents of the full day training available on demand. So economic modeling is important. Okay, so top left-hand corner. When we're talking about the Capital Ready program, there are 3 triggers in which that the client pays, and that's what triggers you to be paid as an affiliate. Number 1, when the client enrolls, they pay $499, and that's paid to you. You collect $499 from the client. We'll talk more about that in a moment. And then once we've had their first round of capital raise, first cash round, then we're going to invoice them for the deferred refundable deposit. That covers the cost of building out their lender compliant business plan financial package, financial projections called the loan package. If they were to go out and pay a for-profit service to do this, it'd probably be $3,000 to $5,000. The grant that we received not only reduces the cost to the client, secondly, it defers it until after their first capital raise, and thirdly, it's fully reimbursed once they work with us to at least a $100,000 capital raise. So it's a deposit, it's like an apartment deposit, but if you stay in the apartment, do what you say you'll do, what happens when you move out? You get the deposit back. Same here, they come aboard, work with us, do at least a $100,000 capital raise, they get the deposit back. And then the third trigger to the client is of all the capital raised under the Capital Ready program, they're going to pay a 9.5% performance fee. So this is the view kind of from the client's perspective. Now let's look at it from your perspective as an affiliate. So when you enroll a client in the Capital Ready program, you are paid $499. Again, we'll go into more details in just a second on that. You receive $250 of their deferred refundable deposit, obviously once they've paid that, and you receive 1% of the capital raise once they've paid us. So again, these are what the client pays. This is what you're getting out of it. And underneath here, we just are summarizing, we don't charge anything to become an affiliate. It costs nothing, and that's why you see 0 there. And while we're not MLM, we're not network marketing, we do have override commissions. We'll talk more about that here in a couple of minutes. And the cost to add sub-affiliates is 0. So your total cost is 0. So if you paid something to become an affiliate, you didn't pay us. Someone was blurring the lines and charging you for this opportunity. We do not charge anything to be an affiliate or to be a sub-affiliate. Okay, so that's that. Now let's drop down to the gray box on the left here. And this has been shared many times before, but let's go ahead and reiterate it while we're on the line together. So there are 4 steps to onboarding a Capital Ready client. Number 1, you collect the $4.99. You might say, well, how do I collect the $4.99? You can collect cash, check, you can have a PayPal account, you can have merchant card processing. You are a small business owner. If you're a small business affiliate, you are a small business owner. And this is at least one revenue stream for your small business. You need to figure out how you want to accept payments from clients. They're paying you directly. You're getting that money. It's going directly into your account. So you decide how to accept it. Most of you will just accept via PayPal. And PayPal will allow you to accept credit cards from your clients or PayPal to PayPal transfer. Okay, step number 2 of the 4 steps. Now you're going to go ahead and help the client get onboarded. And this is the link to do so. And I sent this out announcing this training, and I'll send this sheet out again with the recording of the training today. You might say, oh, well, I don't have CRM access. Well, now you do. This link is going to allow you to help the client get them onboarded. So that will provide us information about who the client is, how much short-term capital raise, long-term capital raise. It gives us a good foundation of knowledge about the client. This is the only way that we want that information. We don't want you to tell us. We don't want them to tell us. We want it to be in the CRM. And so by going through that with the client, you're creating value. Because, I mean, you just took $4.99 from them. They'd like to see some value from it right away. Of course, we're going to help them get funding, but you're literally sitting down with them and helping them fill that out. Now, you might say, well, Tom, how does that work? If it's just one link for everyone, how does that keep it straight? Well, once you put the email address in for the client, it creates a unique file. And so then all that information is specific to that client, not to everyone else. So that's the trick to it. One link to create an onboarding form, but once you've put in their email address, it makes it a unique file. All right. Third, then you're going to help them complete the soft pull authorization. And here's the link for that. You might say, well, I thought this was all about business credit. Well, I think an intelligent person that's looking for optimal access to capital recognizes that optimal business credit and optimal personal credit is going to give us optimal access to funding. So we need to look at all the variables. And so we need a soft pull done. In terms of time, it's going to take you a little bit of time to go through step number 2 here. Now you're making $4.99 gross, $250 net. Let's say it takes you an hour to do it. You've made $250. Maybe your time's way too precious to only earn $250 an hour. But for the average person, that's a good gig, right? You got to work all day at Walmart to make that. So also depending upon the other arrows in your quiver, this step number 2 could be incredibly valuable. A number of you are insurance agents. My gosh, this is like a door opening for a needs analysis to get to know the client and their circumstances. Then you can talk to them separately and distinctly about how you might be able to help them manage their assets. Some of you are CPAs. Obviously, you might like to help them with their annual tax returns and other filings and tax planning and so forth. Some of you are website developers. So the point is, it's not a shell game, but it's okay that if you help clients in other non-competing ways, by going through, not only did you make $250 an hour, which isn't a bad gig on its own, this is a lead generator for your other B2B services, right? Okay, so number 2, figure about an hour to help them go through that. Now, frankly, if you want to just give them that link and not even mess with it, you could do it, and we probably wouldn't even know the difference. But it's good, better, best, right? If you want clients to have excellent customer service and excellent first experience, then onboard them well. If you don't want to onboard them well, at least get them the link and tell them to do it. And then the soft pull doesn't take long at all, a couple minutes, and their private information won't be disclosed to you, because when this form is filled out, it lets us know that the form's been completed, and it lets us know their credit profile, but it won't be visible on the screen. So you can let them know, hey, let me go ahead and help you do this soft pull authorization. There's no cost, no impact to your credit score. And frankly, I won't even see the result. I just need to make sure that I help you get set up properly. So, and then we need the payment. We're splitting it 50-50. Can't argue with that, right? You keep half, we get half of that $499. And you can submit that to us via Zelle, or you can wire it. As we were talking about kind of informally before the call started, we offer blocks where you can get blocks of the onboarding packets at even a reduced fee as low as $100 a piece. So of course, if you're charging $499 to the client, you're only paying us $100. Guess what happens? You just made $399 a pop. So you've had a higher profit margin, but you don't have to buy inventory of that. We can just do one by one. And then what I failed to mention before we move on is you get to set how much the processing fee is for the client to enroll. Some of you have come back and said, well, I really want to help these folks that are in a difficult circumstance. I don't feel comfortable charging them $499. Perfect. Perfect. Don't charge them $499. Give them a $50 discount or a $100 discount or a $150 discount or $200 discount, or go all in and give them a $250 discount. So, I mean, you're still sending us the $250, but as much as you want to discount their upfront cost, you're welcome to. Some of our top producers, frankly, don't even charge the clients for this. They pay for their clients' upfront processing fee, and then they get a big hunk off the back. I'm not suggesting you do that, but the bottom line is, here are the 4 steps to onboard a client. If you do this, we're going to have a very positive start to the client relationship. And secondly, we're going to have the data set that we need to be able to take them to funding quickly. If you don't do these 4 steps, then we're going to have more volatility in the client experience. Okay, so we've covered how the client pays and the key triggers for you, and we've reiterated there's no cost to be an affiliate. This is a big deal. We live in an environment where millions of new people are filing unemployment claims every week. There's predictions that 10, 20, maybe a third of Americans are going to be unemployed here soon. And I'm not making light of that. It's very serious. But you can bring on sub-affiliates that cost you nothing and cost them nothing, and they can start earning adult money immediately by helping people solve their problem, which is access to capital. It's not MLM, not network marketing, obviously not a Ponzi scheme. It's legal, it's ethical, but it's the best of all worlds. And we're going to talk more about the dollars now. So let's pivot over to the middle. So here is the per client direct income projections. The direct is in all caps, and it means a client that you developed, because you get paid off of indirect as well. We're going to come to that in a moment. Right now we're talking about direct. So if you enroll a client in the Capital Ready program, you're going to make $499 right now up front, because they're paying you. There's no delay. Secondly, once they've had their first cash capital raised, then we'll invoice them for their refundable deposit, and you're going to make $250 of that. As we help them with their capital raise, you're going to generate a performance fee that's equivalent to 1% of their capital raise. Of course, once they've paid us. Now, the amount of performance fee, though, is going to vary based upon what our assumption is of how much capital they raise and how quickly. So we'll come back to those what-if scenarios in a moment. Now, the second set of income projections are indirect. It's passive income. And some of you, a lot of Americans have tried MLM and network marketing, and a few have made money, but most don't. And I don't have an opinion on it. We don't have an opinion on it. It's fine. Whatever you want to do in your life is your business. Don't care. But the point is, factually, most people don't make money. Most people lose money off of MLM. But what's the attraction to MLM and network marketing? Passive and residual income, right? That's the golden ticket. That's how the wealthy become wealthy, is not by trading time for money, but getting paid for something that was a seed that was planted previously. So with that, you can earn the same $250 override for indirect clients. In other words, you have a sub-affiliate. The sub-affiliate enrolls a client. Then the sub-affiliate becomes the direct revenue stream. They get those 3. And since you're in an override capacity, you get 2 of those 3 revenue streams. Obviously, we couldn't pay you $4.99 plus them $4.99. There's only one $4.99 coming in. But for the other 2 revenue streams, you're actually paid an equivalent amount. And that's remarkably different. You know, in most override commission strategies, the farther away you get from the sale, the smaller amount that's paid out. And so that makes it more difficult to generate a lot of money. In this case, it's even payout. So 3 levels deep. So let's say there's person A, they're the affiliate. They bring on person B, sub-affiliate B. So they get an override, just like I'm showing here, from anything that sub-affiliate B does. Sub-affiliate B knows a church pastor or a chamber executive or a co-working space manager or anyone, and they sign up to be a sub-affiliate. So now they're sub-affiliate C. Well, you as sub-affiliate A are still making the same amount of overrides. So it's 3 levels deep. You, 1 sub-level affiliate, and another sub-level affiliate. So if sub-affiliate C goes out and brings on another affiliate, sub-affiliate D, then A is now phased out, right? Because it's only going 3 levels deep. So you can build as wide as you want, but depth-wise, you're only getting overrides off of 2 layers. Now, some people don't like that. They want to have more depth, and that's why they move from an affiliate into one of the other roles, like a branch or a joint venture partner, where they can set up their own comp model and go as deep as they want. Okay, so now let's look at a couple key assumptions, and then we can change those assumptions and look at our income projections. So one of the things we have to determine is, well, what do we think the average client capital raise will be? As we've continued to streamline our processes, now we're able to get most clients that are eligible a capital raise in the first 30 days. That's always been the goal, but it's the reality now. Will they get $100,000 in the first 30 days? Typically not. Normally they're going to have to go through a couple tranches to get there. So we'll play with this number and show you what the numbers look like if it's a smaller amount. But our goal is to raise at least $100,000. It's in fact our contractual guarantee to them, not in a 30-day period, that'd be too good to be true, but over time, at least $100,000. And then lastly, so we'll come back to that. So the second assumption is, how many clients are you developing per month? And I'm going to actually change that to green, not meaning that it's more important than others, but it ties to this up here, which we'll look at in just a second. How many days in the month there are, how many sub-affiliates that you have, and then the average production per sub-affiliate. So we're gonna play with all these assumptions here in a moment, but this assumption area is key for the end results. So let's use the base assumptions here, look at the numbers, and then we're going to go in and we'll start playing with it, making it more and more conservative, and see how the numbers shake out. So based upon you bringing on 20 new clients yourself, capital ready clients, then you will have generated almost $10,000 this month. And so that's $499 times 20. And so that's almost $10,000. So you can see, as we've made the change to make the processing fee paid directly to the affiliate, it has just exploded this in growth, because it's exactly what the market wants and needs. I need money now. I don't need to be waiting till next Friday. I don't want to have to be looking to see if the payment's been posted or if the client ever paid or not. You are paid immediately. No delay, same day, immediately. You know they've paid because they paid you. So that's immediate. Now these two black text rows are not immediate. It's going to be once they've paid their refundable deposit, and this is a function of 250 times 20. And then here's the performance fee, 1,000 times assuming 20. The override income is in blue. And it, of course, ties back to this. And again, we'll do different what if scenarios here in a minute. But this is a calculated projection of how much you would earn from these two revenue streams from these people. All right, so using this base assumption set, projected gross income is $159,980. Do you have any expenses? Well, you know as well as I do, I don't think that there's a business in the world that you can have that there's not some expense. In accounting, we call it cost of goods sold, COGS, or cost of service sold, COSS. Well, the good thing is you have no upfront cost to be an affiliate, well, no cost at all to be an affiliate, but we do know that we're doing a revenue share off of the client enrollments. So your only expense item, unless you choose to have others, you could pay yourself a salary, you could hire yourself staff, you could get a company car. I mean, all that's going to fall under other, you control that. But your only expense is after the fact, not before, after the fact, splitting with us the client enrollment processing fees. So if we brought in $159,980, we had $5,000 of expense, we have a hell of a profit margin, and our monthly net income is projected to be $154,980. If you multiply that out over 12 months, it's about 1.8 million. And what's your ROI? It's infinite because you had no out-of-pocket cost, no cost to be an affiliate. Now, let's start playing with some numbers. So let's say that, I'm really busy. I know a few people that know people, but I don't really want to go out and generate any clients. That's not really my deal. I want to just connect in people that know people and let them be sub-affiliates and go do the work. So if we put in 0 here, that netted that out to 0, but it left our override income. And so then it just becomes, well, how many sub-affiliates do I have? Well, in the first month, maybe I can get 5. And how many clients do I think that they'll be able to generate in the first month? Let's say they just generate each one. They're not very good at what they do. Well, great. Then you project out to make about 6,000 from that month's worth of effort, and you annualize that to 75,000. Well, maybe you're a good coach, a good trainer, and you can teach them how to use some of these techniques to recruit 1 client a week. Let's make it 4 production per month for the same 5 sub-affiliates. Well, obviously now our income has gone up. Let's say, I'm not really into recruiting people. I don't want to do that. That just sounds, I don't know, that's not what I want to do. I want to go out and help people. Well, great. How many people are going to help? You get to help 1 a week? Let's do 1 a week. Well, great. You're netting $71,000 a year by helping 1 capital ready client a week. Well, no, I'm a little better than that. I'm going to go out and be aggressive, and we'll talk about some techniques of how to find clients in a second. I'll do 1 a day for each weekday. I don't want to work Saturdays and Sundays. And then you pop that in. So, you play with the numbers. You control the variables down here in the assumptions. One other way that we'll look at it, and then we'll get over to the far right box. So let's go back to where we were originally. But let's say, well, I need to look at the short-term cash flow because I know some of these clients, it's going to take a little while for them to get to 100,000. Well, let's assume that we only get them 10,000 in their first month. The average client that you bring on, we can get 10,000 in the first month, and that's conservative. That's realistic. Actually, it's conservative. And so everything else is the same. We're going to bring on 20 clients. There's 30 days in the month. We have 10 sub-affiliates, and each of them bring on 10 clients. And of course, that's the blue area. Well, now, even reducing the average capital raise, while you won't get all of this money in the same month that they enrolled, because calendar months, only have so many days and it's going to roll over, but you could very well predict that this would be your earnings within 30 days from now with our new improved processes. Now, if you bring us people that are so far from being capital ready, then they're going to have to go through the TCR program first, which has no upfront cost. That's working very well. We're turning those clients around very quickly, but that's going to delay funding. But the bottom line is it's very, very reasonable that on average, your clients will get at least 10,000 in the first month. And again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's no cost to be an affiliate now or ever, not up front, not later. So I'm just saying, if you're not earning the income you need or want in today's economic environment, what better alternative do you have than this? I don't know. Now, let's talk about some key selling points. First, let's look at selling points to the participant, to the small business owner. Well, first of all, there's no risk. We guarantee at least $100,000 capital raise. Third, in most cases, we'll be able to at least get their first tranche of capital within the first 30 days. That can vary by the client, and here we're projecting just $10,000 in the first tranche, but it could vary. We have, who is our client? Susan just got funding yesterday. She got $16,000. Joel just yesterday got $12,000 his first tranche. Greg yesterday got $15,300. Herman got $54,500. I mean, so it varies, but I feel very comfortable saying, on average, at least $10,000 in their first month. All right. So if they do not have reasonable personal credit, then we can help them with that, and there's no upfront cost for that through the TCR program. Selling point number 5 is this proven model, right? It's built off, it's a hybrid of the SBA SBDC model, which the 3 of us came from. While it's not going to be exclusively capital under the EIN, that is the focus, that is the concentration. We're going to be putting together the business plan and financial projections, their loan package, and it's for free. We talked about there's a refundable deposit, but it is refundable as long as they complete the process. The end result is they get that for free. That's about a $3,000 to $5,000 savings. There's no minimum credit score necessary to enroll in the Capital Ready program. There's no minimum time in business. We can work with startup or even pre-launch. And we have many different sources of capital, including what some of you were asking earlier, the 100% real estate financing, SBA loans, lines of credit, all different sources of capital. What we do as a technical advisor is work with the client to identify the right source of capital based upon their circumstances. So those are kind of the key selling points that you might want to mention to a prospective participant. Let's say that you're trying to build a team. And again, we are not network marketing, we're not MLM, but we know the power of override, passive, and residual income. So if you're talking to someone about becoming a sub-affiliate, you could talk to anyone. You could talk to your friend or your neighbor, someone that you know that's lost employment, or a family member's lost employment. Obviously, the best sub-affiliates are key influencers, people that know a lot of other people or other small business owners. Pastors, chamber executives, business organizations, business associations, meetup group organizers, so forth. But point number 1, no cost to be a sub-affiliate, or to them, they're an affiliate. To you, they are your sub-affiliate, but there's no cost. It's addressing a huge problem that has existed, but now it's even manifest to a larger extent, access to capital. They have the option to produce direct income, which is the green, or they can do override income, which is the blue, or a combination of the two. It's up to them. They can do this full or part-time. There's unlimited leads available. Before the pandemic, our number 1 lead source were newly formed businesses, LLCs, C Corps, S Corps, DBAs. That's a public record. You can get public record of every new business that's starting in your state, in your county, in your city, in your zip code. That is public information that's available. Now, because of the pandemic, I think almost every small business needs this, where we were focusing more so on the startups. If you want, you can teach the access to capital classes. Obviously, in the current environment, we're not teaching them in person. We're doing them via Zoom, like we'll be doing at 10 o'clock Central, 1 hour and 30 minutes from today. But you can be teaching those to your target audiences. Let's see. You can get referrals from key influencers, because I think what a lot of us do is we make this much more difficult than it should be. You don't need to go door knocking to go find some small businesses to participate. What you want to do is interface with those that know the small businesses and have a relationship with them, plug them in so they have economic incentive. In other words, make them your sub-affiliate, no cost to you, no cost to them, and then coach them, teach them, help them to get the word out. And then all of a sudden, now you're enrolling hundreds of clients a month versus few. All right, this is a great resource for individuals who've been laid off or just needing additional income. Again, not competing with and not demeaning MLM or network marketing, but a lot of people that go towards that, they just need some extra income, and it's very alluring. Well, there's tens of millions of people that have done or currently doing MLM or network marketing that could be one of your sub-affiliates as well. It doesn't conflict. They can continue to do whatever else they want to do as long as it's not a conflict of interest. But the point is that they're of the mindset already of recruitment and income. It's an extraordinary passive and residual income stream, and that's what we're showing in the blue. And then ultimately it's get paid now, get paid today. You don't have to wait to get paid once a month or twice a month or once a week. You're paid now. And of course that reflects the green. We pay out commissions every Friday through JP Morgan, Chase, ACH. So technically we sent them out yesterday on Thursday. You all got paid today on Friday. But the bottom line is they can get a material income stream coming in. I think what happens is a lot of you are really successful. And so you say, you know, if I could make an extra $10,000 a month, that would be fine, but it's not going to change my lifestyle. Well, that's not true for the average American. The average American doesn't make $10,000 a month right now. To help them, and if they went out, let's say that they were unable to build any sub-affiliates. Oh, I missed the slot there. Let's go back and say, you know, for the average American, let's go back to the 4. If all they were able to do is help one client a week, 4 a month, for the average household to bring in an extra $3,000 a month is life-changing. And that's what I sometimes struggle to communicate that with those of you that are so successful that you're not worried about how to pay bills. You're not worried about food. You're not worried about the basics, but a lot of Americans are still working on at that basic level. And this is an opportunity to help them. You know, it's teaching them how to fish rather than giving them a fish. It's helping them have the ability to have that self-worth, that self-pride, that ability to go support their family. And now their kids look at them with aspiration and admiration and say, wow, mom or dad, you're a successful entrepreneur. And that's by helping one person a week, an extra 4,000. So let's return this back to our default. And then we're going to get into a few questions that some of you have so we can make sure. And we're going to look for questions related to this topic. Let's see. Joel asks, so clients that come into the Capital Ready program, if they are still in an open bankruptcy, can they qualify? Yes. And that falls under number 8 over here. There's no minimum credit score, credit profile. They could be in an open bankruptcy. So that's fine. Johnny asks, he says, thank you so much for all the training. I do have a question. When is the $2,500 refundable deposit billed, which is referenced here? After the first cash capital raise, we invoice the client. So the program's funding itself. Now, granted, they had the $499 out of pocket they paid you, but this is coming out of the cash capital raise. So it's not money out of their pocket. Great question, Johnny. Seamus asks, if a client pays the refundable deposit and doesn't receive funding, no, we guarantee we're going to continue to work with clients to raise at least $100,000. That was the requirement of the grant that we applied for and we received. So we don't quit. Now, if the client quits, then they kind of default on their refundable deposit. Just like if you rented an apartment, you said, oh, the heck with this, I'm moving out. You don't get your deposit back. But as long as they do their part, we keep swinging and we'll get there. Could be different tranches, different types of capital, but we can get any small business at least $100,000. Peter asked, where does our coded Capital Ready link come in during this process? That's a good point. So in Post Affiliate Pro, which each of you have for free, so you're able to log in, see your commissions, see your sub-affiliates, of course. You can certainly use your link to sign up new clients, but just keep in mind, Peter, that step number one here is crucial. And some of you want to be more hands-off. You don't really want to talk to the clients. You don't really want to onboard them. And I think that you're going to see this less consistent with that low customer service model versus more of a high touch model. Now, you don't have to be face-to-face with them. You could do it telephonically or electronically, but you need to collect the money from them. You need to help them onboard, Peter. You need to help them fill the soft pull authorization. Then, of course, slide our half to us. So you can certainly use your links to generate leads, but ultimately you need to do these 4 steps. And I think that's the difference. You can use your link to generate leads, but you need to use these 4 steps to generate a conversion and get paid. Tracy asked, will we get a copy of this spreadsheet? Absolutely. I actually sent it out already this morning, but I'll send another one out. And let's see. She asked, yeah, so any other questions you have, Tracy, let us know. And in general, if you just study the material on the TCR program, we have the YouTube video that describes the 10-step process, and you should be well prepared to help them enroll. Oh, thank you, Peter, for the compliment. Tracy asked, Capital Ready DocuSign signed today, affiliates have to collect the upfront fee. Yeah, we want you to be in the upfront income because this allows you to onboard the client properly, and you want to onboard them as soon as possible after they've paid you. The last thing we want is a long delay. The client pays and then they wait and wait and wait. We don't want to wait. We want to onboard them quickly. We want to show them that we care about them, that we love them. We want to help them be successful. We're not just looking for their $4.99. We're looking to help them get started. And frankly, once you've provided us 2, 3, and 4, we can go to work. We can go work on their funding plan, and in most cases, get them at least interim funding in the first month. All right, let's see. Some of you are asking client-specific questions, which this is certainly not the format for that. We have Charlotte, who is the affiliate manager, and so she is responsible for all of our affiliates, and then she also manages Post Affiliate Pro. Now, I will mention to you, she's a U.S. Army, Texas National Guard reservist, and she's not been called up, but there's been some murmur of that, so we might have to shuffle responsibilities. But Charlotte is W-2 employee for ICS and is your point person for affiliate questions. Oh, Peter's asking about the database of startups. Yeah, go through your library, and it's called Reference USA. Reference USA, sometimes referred to as Sales Genie. And it's a database where you can do queries and export out existing businesses, new businesses, home-based businesses, businesses with bad credit, so forth. You can filter it as much as you want. And typically that's available free through libraries. You might say, well, my library's closed. It's not a problem. It's an online resource for most libraries. You don't need to go into the library to access it. All right, let's see here. Should we follow the same steps to enroll in the TCR? Well, Lativia, as a affiliate, which is what our training is today, affiliates don't enroll people in the TCR or in the fast track. Affiliates enroll in the Capital Ready program. Now, it's true that some of the clients will end up needing or benefiting from those other resources, but we'll pick up on that organically through the process. Chuck says, I like your spreadsheet. It makes things easy to understand. Thank you, Chuck. Cedric asked about the free leads, and we just talked about Sales Genie or Reference USA. Now you can get a fee-based subscription to them, of which we have no financial involvement with, but most libraries will provide that to you for free. Let's see here. Frank asked, are the commissions deposited into your account, or does it have to be captured from the post affiliate site? Okay, so as an affiliate, Frank, you're collecting the upfront. So that won't show in Post Affiliate Pro because it's not a commission payable to you. Frankly, it's accounts payable to you, accounts receivable to us. So, and that's one of the beauty, you get paid quickly and we don't have to mess with that record keeping. But as clients get funded and these triggers are enacted, which is really down here for your payment, whether it be direct or override, then you'll see that in your back office automatically. All right, well, we covered a lot. We went a little bit long. I appreciate your time. Let's review what we should have learned. Number one, there is a dramatic need right now in the marketplace. Small businesses want and need access to capital. You have a solution for that that's going to be able to help many if you're effective and efficient in getting the word out. If you do nothing, then all these numbers are going to be zero and you've wasted your time. But you're too good for that. You have an opportunity to help people and earn an adult income. Secondly, the affiliate model, it doesn't get any better than this. There's no cost. It's helping people. You have flexibility in time, flexibility in duties. If you want to be the person out enrolling clients, then go do it. If you don't want to enroll any clients, you just want to team build, then go do it. Coach them and help them go produce and see your blue over here, build, build, build. So we know that we're responsible for doing a good job on the back end. We've grown a lot. We've improved our processes. We have an all-star team. We're doing better and better, always continuously improving. What we need you to do is to continuously improve and go out there and help more small businesses. If you're not seeing a comma in your income every week, meaning $1,000 or more, by being an affiliate, you probably should quit because you're ineffective. There's too much opportunity, too much need, and you're too good for that. So let's go implement. Let's go make a difference in others' lives. Let's earn an adult income. Let's implement what we've learned. Thank you so much. Have a great day and a great weekend. Talk to you soon.